thing? Okay.
First off, tell us your name and title.
My name is Mary Caldwell, and I'm the chair of the Floyd County Democratic Party.
How long have you been doing that?
I was elected to this office a year ago, this past January, so I've been the chair for 18 months.
Tell me something about the Democratic Party here in town that people may not know.
Well, they may not know that we meet the first Saturday of every month at 101 Broad Street. Well, actually, the little alley that's at the end of Broad Street. It's George Pullen's office space. Most people actually know where that is, right at Bridgepoint Plaza. We meet at 9:30 in the morning, and we usually have guests. We have a website. It is floyddemocrats.org, and we're a fairly active party and becoming more active every week. We have a good time.
Now, is the meetings on Saturday morning open to everybody, Democrat, Republicans, community, indeed?
Well, indeed, yes, we're there. And my phone number is on the website. The website is a really good resource, lets you know who the other officers are and upcoming events.
How did you fall in that position?
I fell into the position of Democrat probably at 8 or 9 months old. I mean, as soon as I could sit up at my grandmother's table, there were politics. I'm from a family that's always been involved in civic organizations and in politics, and I just really strongly feel that the right to vote is one of the things that Americans sometimes take for granted, that everyone should be involved in the process.
Tell me something about the things that Democrats in Rome and Floyd County, and the Coosa Valley area, for that matter, Cartersville, Bartow, Polk, what's some of the hot issues and what's some of the seriousness coming up in this election?
Well, I'll tell you, I think that our concerns and issues are not very much different from the other Georgia citizens. Do you know what I mean? There's Atlanta, and then there's the other Georgia outside of Atlanta. We care about providing for our families. Right now, everyone is having a very tough time, so we care very deeply about jobs. We want growth. We want smart growth. We want growth that protects our resources, which are our children, our schools, our environment. That is a pervading concern for every Democrat I know in the area, is our water, our mountains, being able to breathe the air. People are worried about the future and what's happening. What Georgia are we giving to our children? And I see more people getting involved every day because they truly see that in order to protect our Rome, Georgia, and Floyd County, we need personal accountability and people to be involved.
How has the Democratic Party changed throughout the past 10, 15, 20 years that you've seen?
Well, we have experienced a Republican governor and a Republican president. Now we are back with a Democratic president. We all support Obama. In Georgia, I think that the party is more grassroots. We realize that to really affect change and to help make a better world for our children, it begins at home, in your neighborhood, in your community. So for myself, that's where I see the change. I see grassroots movement going on in the Democratic Party.
What is it about Rome and Floyd County that you love? You stayed here, and this is where you want to help out.
Oh my gosh, everything. I adore that we are in a town that appreciates and fosters and encourages education. I think that is one of our biggest resources. No one can deny that. I love the rivers. I love the old town. I love knowing everybody. It's very unusual in the United States, and I traveled when I was younger, in my 20s. I traveled around the United States some, and I lived in California. I've lived in Alpharetta, Georgia for 15 years. I see how unusual it is in the United States to live in a place where your great-grandparents lived, to walk on the streets where your family walked 4 generations ago. It's very unusual. We live in a transient society now. And so personally, that's what I love about Rome. You have a lot of families like that. So there's ownership and love in our area.
What can we expect from the Democratic Party during the primaries and the general election this year?
Well, a lot of energy. Grassroots organizing, passion for change, and I truly think people will be surprised at how many Democrats there are in Floyd County. I think, we will have a bigger voice this year.
And one more thing, or one more time, can you tell us if someone wants to get involved with the Floyd County Democrats, how can they do that and where can they get information?
Sure, I'd be glad to. We are at floyddemocrats.org on the web. We have a Facebook page, and that's Floyd Democrats, Floyd County Democrats. You can contact me. My name is Mary Caldwell, and my email address is marycaldwell81@yahoo.com. We welcome any interest or participation.